Welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is, I have 3 microphones here. It's like, as if you can't hear me. My name is Janine Dijkmeijer. I am the director of the festival. And we had a very exciting 4 days. And we just finished our jury meeting. I will tell you that we have made a really beautiful selection of films. The names of the jury, they are sitting right here. Mark Kirchner, Sandra Barrios, Julie Gladstone, Wally Pollet, and Johannes Birringer. Where are you? Here you are. We have made a selection of 3 categories: an adaptation of a live performance, camera rework, screen choreography, and a documentary. The 1 minute was already decided earlier, you can see on our website, and category E, we had only 1 selection, so we decided not to make a jury award for that. Today we have 2 big awards. They are called the Dio Rafte Jury Award of €7,500 and the Dio Rafte Encouragement Award. And of course we are super happy that we have these awards in the festival, and one of the jury members will announce the titles. My responsibility is the Audience Award. And that has also just been counted. It's a shared audience award, so the amount was exactly the same. And this year, it's 2 documentaries. One is Mémoire du Bleuette by Don Kent, a documentary of Yiri Kilian. In the audience, come forward. Where are the flowers? Here they are. The second one is Life in Movements, made by Brian Mason, co-directed by Sophie Hyde, about Tanja Liedtke. Warm applause. They are from Australia. We will see a trailer later, but I really hope we can show this film another time during the year. And now it's time for the jury to step forward. Mark Kirchner will do the rest of the announcements. Thank you.
Well, I'm not quite doing the rest of the announcements. There were 3 films that did not win their respective categories, but we felt as a jury that they deserve some special acknowledgement. All 3 of these films do have one sort of common thread, which is that there was something within the actual technical construction of each of those films that while it may not have been as immediately evidenced to the audience or during playback, but that we felt deserved special mention. The first of these films was particularly noteworthy by a new filmmaker who did with archival material to bring it back to life. Took a bunch of silent 16mm films out of literally the bottom of somebody's closet, demonstrated extremely capable musical editing, that which can only be done, we think, by a dancer. And that special mention goes to Claude Bessy, Nins D'une Vie, and Fabrice Haro. The second film that we'd like to mention, also for just technically just a wonderful film, and was also mentioned in a number of categories. This film took layers upon layers of complexity, bringing music in and out of the scene, using effects to really great impact. That film is Kaleidoscope by Kate Duhamel. Actually stand and feel the warmth of the crowd. The third film also needs to be commended for its sheer boldness, for the ability of its creative team to take what was a 70-minute work, distill it into 2 minutes. Again, technical layering to experiment with new technology, and especially in what we're used to in a short format. And that's going to go to Philip, Marlene, and Crystal Pite for Lost Action Trace. And now I'm going to turn this over to Sandra, who will start with the remaining categories. And Judy as well, excuse me.
Hello. I'm honored to say the best documentary, and Judy will do the others. We saw a lot of great documentaries that I will say before, but in the end we chose for Heart and Courage from Arantxa Aguirre, and it's about the Béchar ballet after the death of Béchar, and it was really like it was kind of drama. I mean, the successor, Gilles Romain, he has a big responsibility. He has the ballast and the inspiration of Béchar, and we are following him the first year, and well, we are really touched by it. So that was the best documentary, Heart and Courage.
So I'm Judy, and very thankful to be here and away from the snow in Toronto. I'm going to announce 2 categories. Best Adaptation of a Live Stage Show, which the live stage show is called Disorderly Contact. The film is called For Tracy, directed by Martine Kersh and Eric Malderink, and choreographed by Christel van Ischelm and Guilherme Miotti. So, and the reason that the jury felt strongly about this film is the way it stood out amongst the others in competition. The audacity, the freshness, the kind of punk sensibility. It was rather unique. Best Screen Choreography, Coup de Grâce, directed by Clara Van School, and choreographed by Jordi Cortes and Damian Munoz. We recognize you from Point Taken when you were wearing a beautiful dress. So thank you very much. And on to now, we're on to the best.
It's a great pleasure to be here, and I want to thank Janine Dijkmeyer for inviting me, and also I thank my jury members, my colleagues, on working with me the last few days. I also, of course, thank the filmmakers and choreographers and artists who have made this festival a very special event. I have a couple of minutes, right? I think it's a moment to celebrate. I don't go to that many festivals anymore, but it was interesting for me to take stock and look at the artistic visions and the emphasis that were given to the medium, film, sound, music, choreography, and movement, and what younger as well as established artists are doing today. And we struggled a lot. We stayed up all night, we argued, and we came to a conclusion for the 2 films that are being awarded thanks to the Dia Rafte Foundation, and I believe the founder and donor is here, so we thank for that, because it's very generous that we can offer 2 financial awards to 2 categories. One is called the debut, it's an encouragement award for the best debut film, and I'm happy now to announce this. We felt in agreement that it should go to The Rising Sun, a film directed by Fabian Kimoto and portraying the Rock Kids crew, a young group of trans ethnic hip-hop dancers, break dancers, and young artists who decided to make a living out of dancing and travel countries and landscapes and urban spaces and perform right there in the middle of, life in the street. And the way the film dramatizes that and presents the camera work as what I would just thought of a term, would call maybe a kind of trans-kinetic event. Yeah, I think filming breakdancing and hip-hop is difficult. But I felt I was immediately drawn into the great energy of this film and also the youthful aspirations and optimism that they, I think, represented when they speak about their work. So I'd like to congratulate the team of the Rock Kids crew and their artistic directors and choreographers.
Und darauf gibt es für mich nur diese eine Antwort. Alles, was man aus Liebe macht, hat eine Zukunft.
Eines Tages ließen wir alles zurück und folgten einer Straße, auf der wir leben konnten und tun, wozu wir gemacht sind.
Making no plans, time waits for no one, so I'm number 2, telling you what to do. Dance,
one footnote. When I tried to find a word for this notion of transcendence. First of all, we obviously live in a very, very multicultural universe today in Europe as well as in many other parts of the world where cultures collide and come together. So transkinetic though also refers to the seamless integration of abled and less abled bodies in terms of what you see the young dancer doing on the crutches. Just totally amazing. And I think again that kind of integration is a political statement too. So I come to the festive moment of the final prize, which is our main award, the year after award for Best Cinedans film. And the choice was made this afternoon, and it goes to Life in Movement. Perhaps, a few words. Directed by Brian Mason and Sophie Hyde, the film presents a portrait of German-born choreographer dancer Tanja Liedtke, who I think moved in terms of her training through Europe, at one point also dancing in the UK, and then emigrated to Australia and formed a company. And we in the film see her growing up and growing into that powerful creative presence that she has in the film. And the filmmakers, I think, were able to collage incredible footage from her life, even some home movies, integrated with the choreography that she had developed with her ensemble. And we hear the ensemble in a sort of non-linear editing style where we realize fairly early on that Tanja Liedtke is no longer with us, killed by an accident, a fluke of fate. At the moment when she was beginning to take on a major role as the artistic director of the Sydney Dance Company, a choice that they made that no one had expected. So there's a young choreographer just on the verge of perhaps beginning a substantial career as an artistic guide, and she's tragically killed, but the company tries to carry on for a certain while, and that is a complex question, of course, that we have also seen in other films, like the one that was mentioned earlier on Gil Roman. But the film, I think, is a very dramatic and moving document to this particular complex scenario where the members of the company now have to talk in terms of looking back to something that might have been commenting and expressing themselves about what was. And what we see, of course, in the stage choreography that is depicted is a very, very considerable talent and a mover and shaker who reminds me perhaps of the young Pina Bausch in some sense, but I don't know where she would have gone with her work, and we never will know. So we honor the attempt to encapsulate this and bring it to you, and hopefully to a very large audience that can learn about Tanja Liedtke and her life. So we're very proud to present this to the creative team of Life in Movement.
And it is a cliche that I would generally not say about anybody else, had I not heard her talk about it so strongly in her own words and not witnessed her passion personally. You really did feel that theatre and movement were her voice.
Before we go back to the director of the festival, I think I would like to call my colleague Wally out here. And before he says something, I'd like to make one more comment, if I may. Partly because of my own interest in current developments of media art, dance, film, choreography meeting, I want to mention that we were also very impressed by the installations. that were featured in Melkeweg. Have you had a chance to see them? Yes. I commend the effort that was made by the festival to curate installations which are sometimes very tricky to install. You need a proper space and so on and so forth. But I thought, you know, the second floor was just stunning, and I think perhaps in the future festivals need to also include installation art as a category in the meeting of movement, movement creation and imaging, and interactive design, which I think already will begin, if you think of the 3D development and animation, will begin to confluence. Yeah? So that's my mentioning of the installations. Now I pass on to Wally. Yeah?
Thank you, Johannes. On behalf of the jury, I would like to emphasize the importance of point taken. We strongly hope it will have a continuation, and especially a continuation within the film festival of Cinedans. It's very rare that money is given to make filmmakers to make dance films, and I think it's very, very important. So let's all hope it will continue. Thank you.
So, one little thing, we forget the whole beautiful monuments that were made for the two Theo Rafter Awards. They are made by Pierluigi Pompei. Is he in the room? Not here. Now, here you go. Yeah, there are no winners, so maybe I do it like this with a picture. Then I would like to ask Clara to come forward, the winners, and the special mentioning. If you are here, please come forward so we can take some pictures. And a warm applause again. Marlon, Judith en Clara van Gogh. Die kunnen bij elkaar. Now, I think we've said everything. I want to thank you for being here. It was a wonderful audience, this festival. But I also want to thank everybody that worked on organizing the festival, because it has been quite intense this year. We had the fortune to have some it sounds weird, good funding, but I would rather say good partners that helped us financially cover the festival, but also we had amazing partners helping to create this whole thing that we just did. And then there is the people. We've had a really amazing team. We have struggled, but we really managed. We have Martine Dekker sitting over there, the new manager, general manager of Cinedans. We have Annelieke van den Elshout, who's been working consistently on the festival. Marieke Peters sitting over here. Marion Poet, don't forget, she started as a volunteer. She's probably up there. Febe, where are you? There she is. Tickets with Pete. Online ticket shop. It's completely new and it completely was a lot of... I hope next year it will be more easy for you guys, because we want to see you back. Matteo. I saw Jacques and Lisbeth, the hosts of the event. not going to forget Floor. Where is Floor? Floor! Now, there are many more people. There are a lot of volunteers I want to thank, and of course, the major jury, because it has been a lot of work for you guys. So, thanks so much, and I hope you really enjoyed it also. And thank you.